Hello everybody, 'tis I, the Rumpled One. I got my tablet. Got an email today. Talks about foodflation. Yeah, it's the inflation of food prices. It's probably something that I don't have to talk to you about because you know it. You go to the grocery store once a week or once a month or whenever. But it's kind of interesting. They talk about just at breakfast. Cocoa, if you have hot chocolate, it's up 8%. Coffee, probably most people drink coffee. I'm in the minority. I don't. Coffee's up 72%. And this is just price increases for this year, 2014, year to date. Butter is up 18%. Wheat is up 12%. Milk is up 21%. Orange juice up 12%. Sugar up 6%. And pork belly, which is known as bacon, is up 42%. I mean, I've seen bacon at the store, $6.99 a pound. It's just like, what? Are you kidding me? I mean, they have this thing, they call it the breakfast index. But it is just, I mean, it's just these commodities are just up, up, up. It's just like gasoline. Right around here in Mayberry, it's almost $4 a gallon. It's in the 390s. And what I'm fearing is that they're going to try and spike it to about 5.50, then they'll bring it down to around 4.10, 4.11. They're going to get us over that $4 mark, so we start to think that, you know, gas around $4 is cheap. Just like now, you know, I talked to a buddy of mine, he said gas where he is in Arizona is like in the 340s. Wow, that sounds cheap, 50 cents cheaper than here, but wait a minute, no, no, no. That's expensive. And I can remember back when gasoline was $1 a gallon. That's not that far off. And then they just rolled that price up. I remember when Hurricane Katrina was coming, gas was right around $2.10. But I went out and I filled up my vehicles because sure enough, Katrina hit and they skyrocketed gas up to about $2.50, $2.70. But I was sitting on full tanks. And then of course the price came back down. But this economy, I don't care what those numbers they put out, we all know that they're hitting us where it hurts. The things that, you know, everybody needs, food, utilities, gasoline, energy, that's where they're turning the screws. They're almost pushing us back to third world status that way. You know, comes to vacation, people just don't, you know, load the kids in the station wagon and go halfway across the country. Can't afford to. And gasoline now, you start to think about dollars per mile as opposed to miles per gallon. You know, every 100 miles, that's going to cost me, what? About 16, 20 bucks, depending on which truck I buy. So that's what I think in terms of is dollars cost per mile. Like I said, this foodflation thing, you probably see it. I mean, the price of hamburger, beef, ground beef, it's over $3. I mean, 99 cents a pound hamburger, you just don't find that anymore. Guess you have to raise your own. You can still find chickens for 99 cents on sale. Then usually I'll load up, put a few pounds in the freezer. I know I could raise chickens out here, but don't like to be tied, have all those other lives to be responsible for. It's one thing having a garden. It can almost take care of itself. But you start having livestock, that's a whole different story, a whole different lifestyle. But back to the main point, this foodflation. We got our government's still paying farmers not to grow, believe it or not. They still are. You just look at the U.S. Department of Agriculture budget. You'll see. There's just so many things that are out of whack. But as far as the foodflation goes, just about everybody, even apartment dwellers, can have their own garden. They can do some vertical gardening, container gardening. You got a small yard, you could do square foot gardening. You got a big yard or acres, and you can really plant some food, grow some vegetables, cut down on that foodflation. I mean, one thing to do, of course, from a prepper standpoint, is you stock up, only buy stuff that's on sale. Just takes a little pre-thought, pre-planning, smart thinking, being smart with the wallet. Anyway, I just thought I'd share that because I thought that idea of foodflation was pretty interesting. So I hope you guys realize that politics plays a big role in these costs. And I know a lot of people don't like talking about politics, but you know what? Politics affects everything in life. So I guess that's the end of that topic. In fact, talking about foods made me hungry. I'm going to have to go rustle up some victuals, as they used to say on the Beverly Hillbillies. I just dated myself. Anyway, this is TheRumpledOne signing out.